Hello everybody! In this video we're doing something a little different. We are putting together, checking out the titanium modular welding table. You can pick it up at Harbor Freight. Mine didn't have one in stock, so I ordered it online and it showed up in a few days. So on my workbench I did put a piece of sheet metal down to weld on it, but I use tooth and a gauge, so when the temperature fluctuates quite a bit, like here in the summertime, the sheet metal expands and it kind of waves. We'll actually show you that here. And I really don't have a good way to clamp stuff down to the workbench. So spotted this at Harbor Freight a while ago and just waited for payday so I could pick it up. This is the only one I could find that actually comes with clamps and brackets and other things, and it's actually cheaper than most of the other places too because it's Harbor Freight. But like D&B Supply has one from DeWalt, Lowe's and Home Depot both have DeWalt or similar. They're more expensive and don't come with any clamps. This one's not really meant to be as portable as the other ones, but I think for RC hobby and, well, smaller welding projects, I think this might actually be the best way to go. So we'll get it out of the box, assemble it, and check it out.
Assembling was pretty straightforward. The instructions pretty clear. List all the parts you're supposed to have, all the different clamps and pucks and stuff. The tabletop itself and the frame that's bolted to it is coated with a oil. I'm not exactly sure what kind. I'm just assuming just a generic machining oil or something, just to protect the titanium from weathering or rusting, or I don't know enough about titanium to know why it would need a coating like that, but it has one. Hardware has plenty of hardware to put it together. I wasn't missing any pieces, and since it was shipped to me, the box actually arrived in really good shape. It is like 80 pounds, but wasn't damaged, unlike some other things I've ordered in the past, like the engine stand from Summit that was just, I'm surprised all the parts made it. That thing was so poorly packaged. But again, straightforward assembly. Probably took me 20 minutes maybe. I didn't really time it. And since I've had bad luck with the time lapse on the DJI, this was kind of to make sure I finally figured that out.
So as you see in the time lapse, pretty easy to put together. I did put the base upside down in there first, but flipped it around, got it in there. So all the stuff on top is really kind of why I went with the Harbor Freight unit instead of one at a hardware store, well, like a big box store like Lowe's or Home Depot or even D&B. That you could get the table, but it didn't come with stops, clamps, brackets, and everything else. So titanium top, and the shimmer is, it did actually come coated in like machinist oil or something to protect the titanium from oxidation and stuff. But it didn't show in the time lapse, but it does have adjustable feet, and it has short legs. These are the short leg brackets, so you could put these on the table and then set it on an existing workbench already if you wanted to. It does have some V-blocks for holding tubing or round stock or rebar or whatever you want to clamp in there. And just some little pucks. And then these are actually really neat because they have magnets in them. So for all the other stops, you can actually magnet it in there and then thread in these Allen screws to hold in stuff. Also other little stops. So I really got this because I got to rebuild the chassis for the CXT and I'm going to weld it. So I really wanted something I could have that's flat, clamp the parts down to, keep everything square as I weld it up. Also, another build I have coming up, I'm going to need to weld up the frame on it too. And it'll be nice to just have, you know, these have straight edges on it, so I could put that down, put the frame up against it so it's square and straight, clamp it down, weld it up. The other nice thing about this table, of course with the oil you need to kind of protect the top from rusting and oxidation and stuff. It wouldn't be good for wood, but if you don't have a metal bench or workbench or, you know, a soldering station, you know, you could solder wires on this and not worry about dripping solder on it. Again, clamping and holding things down together is really nice. So, super easy to put together, like I said, except for putting that brace in upside down. Adjustable feet, 4 clamps, all this stuff. As I said in the beginning of the video, my local Harbor Freight didn't have one, so I ordered it offline. And to me, with shipping, it was under 220 bucks. I think in the store, if the store has one, it's like $189.99. So, unfortunately now I have to go get a dryer because our dryer broke. So, next video, you'll actually see me using this table as I needed it so I can work on the CXT frame. So next video, probably we will start working on rebuilding the CXT. Tuesday, the parts I ordered from Send Cut Send are supposed to be here, so that'll be cool. Already have tubing and steel to make the frame in the CXT, so we can get started on that. The Little Red Express, taking my time so I don't lose my patience and break something, but I am getting it puttied and sanded and smoothed, and eventually it'll get over there for paint. So that's going to do it for this quick little video. Like I said, if you don't have a work surface, having a dedicated workbench is pretty nice. The other nice thing about this is, you know, again, if you don't have a total workbench, you could put drill press on, set a drill press on here, do your work, and just gives you a little bit of space for it. The size I forgot to mention, it is 36 by 24, and the holes are 2 inches apart, but these clamps, you can rotate them however you need to. These you can slot in, put whatever angle you need, you know, put 2 bolts in it and make it a stop so you can have a nice square fit. That's really what I was going for. So that is going to do it for this video. I guess I'm going to go get a dryer now, even though I really don't want to. And the wife doesn't either. We don't want to spend 600 bucks on a dryer. So hope everyone has a good weekend, and we'll catch you in the next video.